So the NFL playoffs are upon us. And once again, my New Orleans Saints got screwed, but whatever. I've partnered again with the DraftKings Sportsbook to give you guys a fantastic offer. Bet $5 or more and get $200 in bonus bets instantly by using my promo code DCTV. Of course, the playoffs are going to be great. They just would have been much better if you had the good guys from New Orleans playing. Playoffs are going to be fantastic. I'm going to definitely be watching. And I'm also going to be on the DraftKings Sportsbook using my knowledge to try to get paid. I mean, why not? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use my promo code DCTV. Bet $5 or more and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Guys, at the DraftKings Sportsbook, crown is yours. All right, guys. So UFC 297 is just wrapped. It is 2 o'clock in the morning right now, and I still got to make sure that I give you guys my initial thoughts right after the fight. You know, this whole week has been absolutely freezing here. So I've had a lot of time to, as Dom says, do my homework and get prepared for the fight. This fight card was built on the Canadian fighters trying to replicate what they did in Vancouver. And it was built around Sean Strickland. As the boy Miles breaks down again, you know, he makes an appearance every single time.
Have to.
And Sean Strickland proved all week that he is an absolute star. You know, people are really into the things that he does. And you saw it from the presser to the weigh-ins to when he walked to the octagon tonight. And when he did, he received the hero's welcome, and he started really good. He fought behind the jab, and he had Du Plessis battered and bruised early with the eye. He had him black-eyed up, swollen. But I think that we really need to commend Dricus Du Plessis for the changes and the adjustments he made over the course of the fight. From round 1 to round 2, ultimately round 3 was the swing round that determined the fight. Because one judge gave that round to Sean Strickland, the other 2 gave it to Dricus, and everything else was scored the same way. 1, 2, 4, and 5 were all scored 5 and 1 for Strickland, 2 and 4 for Du Plessis, 3 on 2 scorecards for Dricus, 1 scorecard for Sean. But his adjustments, his ability to mix in takedowns at the right times, and just time his blitzes. You know, one of the things we spoke about a lot early in the fight was how Sean continued to check kicks. It didn't deter Dricus. He kept throwing those kicks. He kept throwing the low kicks, he kept throwing the high kicks, and regardless of how many times Sean checked them, he just kept throwing them. And I believe that the activity level really was a determining factor in him winning that 3rd round, which ultimately determined the outcome of the fight. In that 3rd round, Dricus was able to get a couple takedowns. He was able to get some top control. And that ultimately won the fight. And you know what was cool to see was Eric Nixick has a very good eye for the way the fight is playing out, because he told Sean right away, he goes, I didn't like that round. I didn't like that round. I need you to give me more. I need you to pick the pace up, and we need to try to drown this guy. Round 4, Dricus won again. Round 5, Sean finally answered the call and did exactly what his coaches asked him, and he won the 5th round on all the judges' scorecards. I thought Dricus did a great job. And that's not to say Sean didn't fight a good fight. I thought Sean Strickland fought a good fight. I thought that his issue was that Dricus never let him lead. He constantly put him on his heels. He spoke to me earlier in the video I did interviewing him about making sure that he was the advancing party. He did that the entire night with Sean Strickland, never allowing him to dictate to him. And I believe that that really helped him in his pursuit of gold. I mean, the amount of fight parties they had in South Africa to watch this guy is crazy. And the entire country exploded when he became champion. I'll tell you this, man. I never thought that we'd be here today with Dricus Du Plessis as the middleweight champion of the world. I didn't know. But as he told me earlier in the week, and as I now understand, he does things his own way. And I am learning, even though I've been in this game for a long time, that all mixed martial arts doesn't look the same. Sometimes it looks different, and Dricus Du Plessis looks different. But as I now have gained an appreciation for his style, I know what it looks like to me now. It looks like a champion of the world, because that's exactly what Dricus Du Plessis is. You know, his whole team told me that they thought Sean Strickland was a great matchup for him. Got it done. And this dude ain't scared of nothing. He said when Alex Pereira walked in the octagon, he goes, okay. He said, Israel Adesanya, you want it? Okay, come get it. And I'm pretty sure if I would have brought up Khamzat Chimaev tweeting at him, he would have said, okay, come get it. Or anyone else. Because he is confident in himself and his abilities. And why wouldn't he be? He's undefeated in the UFC, and he's a UFC champion now. What a phenomenal performance by Dricus, and hats off to him. I'm very interested to see what happens next, though. I want to see if they try to turn him around for UFC 300 to maybe fight a Chimaev or maybe fight a Adesanya. Look, after that uncomfortable interaction inside the octagon with Adesanya, I'm all in on that one. I know there are going to be a lot of people that go, why would Izzy deserve a championship opportunity? Well, sometimes it's about the story. And Izzy and Dricus have a story that's already written. I'm also interested to see what happens to Sean Strickland now, as he tries to rebuild himself into a championship contender or a UFC champion once again. In the co-main event, Raquel Pennington won the UFC Bantamweight Championship. You know, this fight was odd because it felt like Raquel could finish Mayra Bueno Silva. It felt like if she broke away from her and allowed for her or made her stand and trade with her, she could finish her. But as she said inside the octagon, she was so close and she could feel it that it was win at all costs. I mean, I can't blame her. I know how taxing and how mentally challenging it is to try and become a UFC champion. I know how difficult it is to put together a fight over the course of 25 minutes to get the job done. Raquel Pennington could smell it, and she did it. She was very emotional when she got in the octagon. So was Dricus. I let that dude hug his entire family before I did the post-fight interview, and I normally won't do that. I also let Sean Strickland get the microphone at the end. It's his show. Gotta let him have the mic. But hats off to Raquel Pennington. She got the job done. Mayra Bueno Silva's inexperience really showed in that fight. She was very tired, very early. She expended way too much energy, not only in the fight, but in the build to the fight, because her expectation of the way it was supposed to play out was a tad bit unrealistic. And I think very quickly she was reminded that she was now fighting at a level that she had not competed at prior. She'll learn from this. She's still a very young fighter. But I mean, at the end of the night, watching those two fight, while it was a very interesting fight, I didn't leave feeling like it was anything that was real definite. And I think Juliana Pena, who is a former champion, being in the next title fight, after that one, it'll feel like there's some resolution and some finality to what's going on in the middleweight division. Chris Curtis, Andre Barrio was a very fun fight. Really good down the stretch. The way it ended was what we thought we'd see the whole time. But, you know, all in all, it was a good fight. You know, you can't blame those guys. Movsar Evloev shows that he is the real deal. And if I was Evloev, I would be in Anaheim when those guys fight, because I would try to make my presence known so that when it is time to start choosing the next guy, I would hope that I would be on the short list for that championship opportunity. Kid's 18-0 now. Kid is 18-0 in the UFC, or 18-0 in his career, undefeated also in the UFC Odyssey. Only thing that hurts him is that every fight has been by decision. But kid's a savage and has won every single fight. You don't even recognize or understand how hard it is to have a win streak that spans 18, 20, 25 fights. It's crazy that there is no hiccup along the way, especially fighting the level of competition that these guys fight on their way up. Katona and Armfield was a great fight. Jordan Woodson was awesome. Tavares and City was amazing. Look, overall, it was a great fight night from Toronto. Once again, Drake lost. Bet 700 grand on Sean Strickland. I mean, it's almost like, please, Drake, don't bet on me whenever a guy's fighting for a championship, because it has not worked out for him to this point. Guys, I love Toronto as a fight city. It's always fun. The Canadians treat us great. But now it's back to the United States. I leave in 2 hours, but I wanted to make sure I got this to you from octagon-side right now, because I'm the only one doing it. Until next time, tell your friend to tell a friend that DC's got a YouTube channel, and I'm going to catch you on the other side. Hey, see you guys for all the stuff at UFC 298 from Anaheim. Until next time, peace. Look at him. The champion of the world. Hey, let me say, I'm going to say this. I'm not doubting you no more.
Yes.
Good shit, dog. Congratulations. Coach, how'd it come together? Tell me how you're feeling right now.
So we've obviously surprised you guys.
Yeah.
We had a complete different approach on this fight. We knew Sean had the tank, and we knew we had to take it slow. So it was completely the opposite game plan. And I think we surprised them. They thought we were going to come out guns blazing, and we did completely the opposite. I think we lost maybe round one.
Yep.
Trying to find the distance and the space. Usually we just go out
the
there.
jab, with the jab.
Yeah. And
because the adjustments he made between round 2 and going forward was amazing. And also, those takedowns were so timely. Was that something you guys planned?
Absolutely. So the plan was to try to win, take it slow, try to beat him on the foot, and punch for punch, and then on minute 30 before the end of the round, I would give him the go-ahead to do the takedown. So they've all landed exactly on time. So I was happy. I think the only time we didn't land the takedown was in round 5.
Coach, what does this mean for your guys' country?
You know, you've been there. What it means for a person, a coach, a gym, a country. Dana said if we win, he's coming to South Africa. So we will see you, I guess, by the end of the year in South Africa.
Congratulations, Coach. Dricus, good job, champ. The man right here. Look at this dude. Look at this. This fucker got a... you got 2 champions now? Disgusting. Good job, champ. Good job.